My name is Shannon Harris, coming to you live from Monroe, North Carolina on today. I am a church engagement director for World Vision. Been with World Vision for about 4 years now, serving alongside of the local church, pastors that have a heart to make a global impact. Prior to coming to World Vision, I spent 15 years at another local organization in Charlotte, North Carolina, called Samaritan's Feet. I love to tell everyone I have a calling outside the four walls of the church for all things global. I've just changed my umbrella. I went from washing the feet of young children, sharing Christ, and traveling all over the globe to now ensuring that babies have access to clean drinking water, but also having the discipleship tools to learn about the true living water, and that's Jesus Christ. So World Vision has actually been around for almost 75 years. We are known to be the largest faith-based global humanitarian organization in the world. If you can see the background on my screen, you see that water. That's our first love. That's our baby. Unlike us, many people around the globe don't have access to something that we take for granted daily. And so I love that about World Vision. So I was so glad when my passion and purpose collided with the mission and vision of World Vision. It was actually during the pandemic. How in the world would God call me to do more during a pandemic? But he did. He released me from that which I was doing for 15 years and told me that he was calling me to do more globally. And so I ended up meeting someone that was a part of the World Vision family. They had an opportunity for someone to be a senior church advisor. What does that mean? It's a fancy term for they needed someone that had a love for the local church, which I do, and someone that would come alongside pastors and invite them into what we call transformational experiences, not only to make a global impact, but ultimately to make a kingdom impact in the world by serving the least of these. And so it is a job, but it doesn't feel like a job for me. I'm called to this. I have a true heart and passion to be the hands and feet of Christ, if you will. And World Vision has been the vehicle to allow me to do that. And so in February of 2025, the Ebenezer will be partnering with World Vision for this new initiative called Chosen. It's on my shirt, Chosen. What is Chosen? A lot of these children that we serve, they didn't ask to grow up in poverty. They didn't ask not to have access to clean water. And so we wanted to put that power in their hands, affirm their dignity, because they are worth it. Like, they are God's children as well. God chose them. We said, what would it look like if we partnered with local churches like yours? And instead of you guys walking out into your lobby, your fellowship hall, and you picking random envelopes of sponsoring a particular child, let's have those that have a heart for this have their pictures taken, commit to $39 a month to take care of this child, and we then take those pictures to that country. And so the country that you guys are partnering with is Rwanda. I'll be leading a trip of about 8 churches from around the U.S. on that trip. Your church is one of them. And not only will your church be chosen by these children, but 2 of your leaders from your church will be there on the ground to watch this transformation happen. They will be there to meet the kids that you guys are going to sponsor. They will be there to take that walk that children are doing daily, multiple times a day, to get dirty water. They will meet children from various schools. They will see the work that World Vision is doing in Rwanda. And we'll all hold our heads up high like, wow, that church in Burlington, because of their faithfulness, these babies now have access to clean water. And so Chosen is, for me, it's like a revival in the African American church, because it's something that pastors have never done. And it's allowing members like my mom, for instance, has no desire whatsoever to get on a plane for 20 plus hours to go to Africa. But the fact that she can be chosen by a child in Rwanda, pay $39 a month to ensure that all their medical, educational, even spiritual needs are met. It's literally missions in a box coming right to North Carolina for you guys that will never get on a plane. And that's what I'm excited about. We're doing it in Black History Month 2025. Like, that's epic to do Chosen in February, a month that's set aside for us to care about our people. Like what I love about Chosen is these babies get to see their skin tone and say, wow, a church in Burlington area loves us so much that they decided to sponsor us. Like that's major. I want that really to resonate with you all, that what you're about to do is going to be life changing, not only for the child, but also for you in the pew. So Chosen is a 2 weekend movement. So we'll have our launch Sunday. Your amazing pastor is going to tag team with the World Vision speaker that day. Probably give some type of message centered around Matthew 25. You know what it says. They also that day from the pulpit will do a call to action. What does that mean? Invite members to be chosen. After which the World Vision speaker that is there on that Sunday, they will give instructions. Pull out your phone, whether you're in person in the sanctuary or online. I know you guys have an online following. You will pull out your phone, you will scan a QR code that will prompt you with entering your name. How many children would you like to sponsor? 1, or you can do a max of 10. Then you will enter your card information. It's very safe. How do I know? Me and my husband got 2 babies, one in Rwanda, one in Kenya. And that's how, so you will launch Chosen on Sunday. That Monday, that first $39 will come out. It'll come out every single month. What is it taking care of? Like I said, your $39 is being pooled with the other members' $39 so that the entire community has access to clean water. You are not signing up to do this for X amount of weeks, months, years. It's for however long God will allow. Now, this isn't touching the church budget. This is an individual decision and a family decision. I hear a lot of pastors say, I had to give up my ESPN subscription so that I can do my $39. Or you give up your Chick-fil-A or your Starbucks habit. If any of you have that, I know I do. We spend that there. But you're sacrificing something so that you can pay that $39 a month. So you will do it with a secured debit or credit card. And it'll come out, like I said, monthly. Once you find out what child chose you on the second weekend, after your leaders have returned from Rwanda, that reveal Sunday, members will find out who chose them. Within that reveal envelope, there will be instructions on how to download a My World Vision app where you communicate with the child, change the date your payment comes out. Some people on reveal weekend even go in and instead of doing the monthly, they say, I just want to pay for it for the whole year. And so all of those options will be presented once you find out what child actually chose you from Rwanda. I would like to end by saluting the leadership. You guys have a phenomenal pastor, and his heart to serve the most vulnerable locally and globally is huge. I want to celebrate you and be the first to congratulate you for what God is about to do in and through you this February with this new relationship and partnership with World Vision. It's going to be exciting. It's going to change all of our lives. And I just, again, my gratitude, I just can't express it enough for you guys thinking enough about children in Africa to do something like Chosen. So I'm excited. You'll see me in the upcoming months. And I'm here. I'm in North Carolina, rooting you guys on, praying for you and all that God would have for you guys to do as it relates to global missions. Blessings.